Hello everyone, welcome back to Piston Cup Productions. Today we're finally going to take a look at the oil rig ambush playset from the Quick Changers Cars 2 line. Now it took a while to get one of these in my hand because if you go on eBay and you check the prices for this set, the resale value is pretty ridiculous. I'm talking 300, 400 bucks in the box, mint. Now this one doesn't have a mint box, but it is complete and it has the box included, and I paid 69 bucks for it. I woke up one morning, I don't know why I decided to Google it. And there it was, 69 bucks. And I'm like, okay, it has to have a missing piece or something. But no, it's 100% complete from my understanding. So here we are. I've been waiting to review this thing. And for good reason. It's a cool little set based off of the beginning scene of Cars 2. Now, I did originally have this set when I was younger. And my parents bought it for me at Dee Dee's Discount, which is a sister store of Ross Dress for Less. So I don't remember how much they paid for this back then. I'm going to assume maybe around 15 bucks, maybe even less. I regret giving mine away. I had a lot of fun with this thing when I was younger, so hopefully I could relive some of that in this video. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. It does not have the Cars 2 logo. That's because this is a 2012 set, if I'm not mistaken. So it didn't use the Cars 2 logos anymore. They just went straight back to the Cars logo, but still use the Cars 2 packaging with like the carbon fiber on the sides. So you have the Cars logo, Oil Rig Ambush Playset, Finn McMissile, Graham and Acer, Quick Changers Spy Collection, because there was also the Quick Changers Race. I did do a Playset review on the race version with McQueen, Francesco, and all those guys. If you want to go check that out, please go ahead and do so. It comes with an exclusive transforming Finn McMissile, which I still have my original from when I had my first copy of the set. So we'll see if the one included is in just a bit of a condition or worse. There's the side of the packaging. There's the back, 4 crash zones, crash and transform your Quick Changers vehicles. And on the back, they have some pretty cool gems like, what's his name again? I think it's Tyler, right? And you got Professor Z, Graham, another Graham just flying off the ramp and dying. Isn't that cool? They made a whole little playset based off of the oil rig scene where a bunch of cars are going up the tower and explode because of the barrels with like the bomb thing and blows up. And there's even a car falling off one of the edges, just like in the movie. So we got a whole death scene in the form of a toy. Fantastic. I love to see it. Crash and flip, crush and dump the bad guys, and then scale the hideouts. That was one of my favorite parts of the set. It's just the whole beginning scene in one awesome playset. It's great. There's the other side Cars logo. And on the bottom, it says 2011 made in China from Mattel, which is really licensed 2012 because, of course, the licensing goes back a year before because of, copyright and creation of the set, blah, blah, blah. You know the story. Okay, so the box is a little bloated. Looks a little pregnant there, but let's see if we can go ahead and untape this thing here. I'm trying to see where they taped it up. There we go. Let's see how they pack this thing. Ooh. A lot of bubble wrap and plastic. There's Finn McMissile. There are the instructions. A lot of this looks brand spanking new. Gotta take them out of this plastic. So, bear with me. Alright guys, we're pretty much done with this thing. We got the So let's go ahead and quickly take a look at the instructions. There are all the pieces. The only pieces I saw missing were the barrels and the missile, but they don't really affect the set itself. It's really just like to shoot cars or have the barrels roll down behind another vehicle. It's super, super minor. I don't really care for that, so it's perfectly fine as long as all the track pieces are there. I'm chilling. So there's your assembly. I didn't really use the assembly sheet at all. Muscle memory literally kicked in and I got this thing done in like 5 minutes, less than that even. Pretty cool stuff. Double barrel trap. Yeah, I guess that's really what could be missing for the set like this, but I remember, I think I lost mine barrels also, and in that little slot right there, I would put Professor Z or other small little vehicles. Crash and dump. Yeah, there's a lot of cool little things that I'll show you guys right now. So let's go ahead and get on in there and go level by level. We'll start with the top level and we'll go from there. So actually, you start from the bottom on this side to get to the top. So you pull this string out, run it all the way down here. Once the string is towards the bottom, you hook up Finn McMissile to these little plastic knobs right here to his tires. And we begin the beginning of Cars 2 when he hops off the crab boat and he starts cranking it up. Just like in the movie. Climbing up the wall, supposedly. There we go. That's pretty cool. I love that. All right, so once he's up there, you can turn this around, and there's this little stopper piece right there. You pull that back, you keep pulling this, and that'll come off a fin. And then we'll pretend we'll have some villains here. So it's a little different than the movie, because in the movie he climbs up the barrel wall thing, just like in the movie. He gets to higher ground, but there's of course more levels towards the top, and he spirals more towards the top, and the whole big explosion happens. Here it's different. Here he's spiraling down because, well, physics come into play and for the cars to roll down. If it was a motorized set, maybe we could have had some spinning up action. But anywho, you point the little launcher towards those yellow barrels and you flip a switch back here and you flip over the gremlins. Pretty fun stuff. There we go. After that, the whole idea is you have to escape. So once you get to the next level down here, we got a lot of stuff to talk about because this level has quite a bit. So let me get on down there and show you all exactly what I'm talking about. For starters, we have this little area where you can put characters like Acer, and it'll shoot the missile out and whatnot, but it's not included, so it's not going to be in this video. And then you can put other little cars down here like Graham, or I guess freaking Lightning McQueen or something, stuff like that. I know maybe some of the Grahams fit sideways like this, but again, like I was saying earlier, I would put stuff like Professor Z in there. The idea is that when Finn McMissile comes down through here, he's gonna hit that blue button right there. If he's heavy enough, because he is made out of plastic. This is the other little gimmick that we have here on this level, is this little dump zone. So if you have the quick changer vehicles, this is great for them. You'll see why. You throw them down the ramp, they'll fall into that little trap, and then the whole idea is hitting the barrel to get their face to change, and then you just dump them out like if they were a piece of trash. That's really cool. I like that. So if you have the quick changer spy vehicles, this is great. For the Graham one they released, that's really cool. I have a mater here. Let's see if that works. There you go. Well, he's hanging on for dear life. He doesn't want to come down. So yeah, that's the idea for the second level. A lot of cool little gimmicky things here and there, but overall, it's a great little level. Compared to the top one, it's a lot more fun. You got a lot more action. Then once you come towards the bottom here, that's where you have the grand finale, the grand scheme of things. So if you had Acer down there, and you had Finn McMissile coming down as well, this is where the fun begins. Finn McMissile escapes, and this whole part of the road breaks apart the moment Finn hits this, and anyone else coming down is just gonna fall right out. There's no way of making this. Everyone's just gonna completely dump out. So if I throw a bunch of cars down there, they're all just gonna come crashing down. And yeah, so put it all together and you get something like this. So that essentially is it for the oil rig ambush playset. Let me know if you had this set growing up. I certainly did, and man, it was a lot of fun, and it still is to this day. I wish they still made stuff like this. But anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. Piston Cup Productions signing out, and I will see you guys next time. By the way, the Finn McMissile worked great. I forgot to mention that. He's an awesome piece. I love the way it changes from that classic looking expression with that little smirk to that gunfire ready mode.